Good morning, everyone. So this is a little bit different, isn't it? It's assembly, but we're not in the school hall. I'm in my house and you're in yours. This is what a little corner of my house looks like. It is unusual, but we are still together, just in a different way. Have you got your gem with you? Excellent. Keep it nice and safe. Now, what I want you to do is go and have a look out of your window. I don't mind which window. I'll wait for a moment, or maybe you can press pause. Now, I hope you found something really pretty to look at. When I looked out of my window, I could see a special kind of blossom tree called a magnolia. I think it's really beautiful. Perhaps you also saw a tree when you looked outside, or maybe some flowers. Maybe you saw something man-made. Know this, whatever you saw, other children in our school would have seen as well, because everybody from Farncombe School lives very close to each other. It's a sunny morning, and maybe you've got your windows open. Maybe you can hear birds singing. If you can, the other children in Farncombe School will be able to hear those same birds. They may be able to see the same trees as you. You know, along the front of our school where the car park is, we've got some very tall trees, some of the tallest trees around. So even though we're not in the same room, we're still all connected together. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's going to happen this week. I hope that you've been onto our school website with your mum or with your dad. You should be able to find a new page that's for reception, or year 1, or year 2. On that page, your teacher has set out some learning. There's 4 things to do, and we talked about this in assembly last week, didn't we? Let's think about those 4 things. There's some writing to do, okay, a written task. There's an outdoors challenge. There's a practical maths activity. Your teacher will know what's best, and there's something to do online. We also want you to come and have a look at the assembly, or maybe it might just be a moment of reflection for the day, and do your reading as well. So that's happening every day. Now, that work that you do, whatever it may be, a drawing or some writing, because your subject leaders are going to be in touch as well as we move through these days. Whatever you produce, the work you do, you can take a picture of it and you can actually email it in to school. If you send it to info@farncombe.surrey.scut.uk, then Mrs. Mason, Mrs. Phillips in the school office, they'll pick it up. And the best pieces of work, the pictures of those, they'll go onto our website. I'm going to make a new page called a gallery, and the work that the children do this week and next week, some of it will be shown on our website. Every day this week at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm going to go for a street stroll. And this is a new thing. So every afternoon at 2 o'clock, I'm going to walk along 2 streets. And today, Monday the 23rd, I'm going to walk along Grays Road, and that's quite short, isn't it, Grays Road, where our school is. I know that 2 of you live on Grays Road. And I'm also going to walk along George Road today, on Monday the 23rd of March. And lots of you live in George Road, don't you? If you see me, then there's a couple of things you might choose to do. You can give me a wave from your window, and that would be lovely. I'd love to see you and have a smile and a wave together. That'd be really nice. You might decide that you want to open your front door and stand in your doorway, and we can say hello to each other. I'll stay on the pavement, but actually, if someone smiles at someone else, you can see that smile meters and meters away, can't you? If you have something that you'd like to show me, something that you've made at home, then you can bring it to your door and you can hold it up and I'll have a look at it. So this will be your special chance today, if you live in Grays Road or George Road, then I'll be doing my street stroll on your 2 roads today. Tomorrow morning, I'll be telling you where I'm going for the rest of the week, and your teachers might be able to do a street stroll one day too. Later this week, I'm going to come along with some pieces of wood. I'm just going to say pieces today because I'm not quite sure exactly what they're going to look like. These are to replace the golden leaves. You know the golden leaves that we have on Celebration Assembly on a Friday? Well, I don't really want to give out the golden leaves and put them on your doorstep or in your front garden. I'm a bit worried that they might blow away. But I do want to still keep rewarding children for the fantastic work that they are doing. And I know there's going to be some excellent behaviour at home as well. So if you're being particularly polite, or if you're working really hard, or if you're remembering your good manners, then perhaps there'll be a piece of wood, and I don't know what shape it is yet, that will come your way this Friday as part of our celebration assembly. Now, I'm going to tell you a short story, and then I'm going to light this candle and we'll say a prayer together to finish. And the story is about our school, so this will seem really familiar to you. Once upon a time, there was a school called Farncombe Infant School, and it was built in 1905, before you were born, before I was born, before my parents were born, and even just a little bit before my grandparents were born. At first, the school was only for boys, but then, in recent years, boys and girls went to Farncombe Infant School. The school has 5 classes, and they're called, you can say them with me, Sycamore, Beech, Oak, Lime, and Apple. And there are 3 year groups in the school: Reception, Year 1 and Year 2. And every day the children come in to Farncombe Infant School through the playground gate, and they change their reading books. Some of them go to Early Birds, then they do the register and they go to Letters and Sounds, and after that they have a lesson in their class and break and assembly, and after that they have another lesson. Then they have lunch, and Dee cooks their lunch over in the canteen. In the afternoon they do all different kinds of things. Some days they do science, they do art, music, and on a Wednesday they have clubs. Now, the children in that school are often very close together. At the moment, they're a little bit spread out, but they are still very much members of that school. And all the time, the children and the grown-ups are thinking about our mission statement, which is about inspiration, imagination, and individuality. And that's how your lessons work. We also have a vision in our school, which is about let all you do be done in love. And the children in Farncombe Infant School, they know that's the kind of love from the Bible. That's about loving yourself, loving God, and loving your neighbour. And we have to do different things to show that love and that care and that kindness for each other. And at the moment, what we have to do is just move a little bit apart from each other, just for a while, with our gems, and then one day we're going to come back together again. And what a celebration we'll have when that happens. Now, tomorrow will be our singing practice day, and I'm not going to sing on YouTube, so we won't be together like this. I'll put a message on the website for what we'll do, but on Wednesday we will have another assembly. I'm going to read you a story from the Bible, and I'm going to tell you something that you can do in your house to help us to be even more connected. But now I'm going to light this candle, and I'd like you to just get yourself ready to pray, so be really still. And you might decide to close your eyes, or you might just want to look down at your hands. That's up to you. And let's say our school prayer together so you can join in. This is our school. Help us to make it a happy place. Help us to try our best and look after everyone and everything. Amen. I'll see you back again on Wednesday. You can just listen to the music as we finish.